Well, hello everybody. In this video, we are going to talk about legalism's ideal and Han Feizi's thought. Han Feizi wrote a total of 55 articles during his lifetime, which were later compiled into a book called Han Feizi, just in his name. When the king of Qin read Han Feizi's works that had spread to the Qing state, he immediately felt a strong affinity for them. After Han Feizi's death, the king of Qin deeply regretted it. But why? Because of Han Feizi's philosophy of domination. The social atmosphere and spirit of the times in the late Warring States period were exactly like that. Han Feizi said that in 1 year, the state of Qi attacked the state of Lu. Lu sent Confucius' student Zigong to negotiate. Zigong eloquently spoke at length, but the people of Qi just dismissed him with one sentence. The people of Qi replied, "Your words are indeed beautiful and reasonable, but we are here to seize territory, so what use are pretty words?" As a result, Qi moved its border to within 5 kilometers of Lu's capital. Isn't this a blatant act of domination? Han Feizi then said, don't talk about benevolence and righteousness anymore. And don't talk about universal love. Don't talk about kindness, modesty, and humility. Whoever talks about this and insists on will suffer for that, because the times have changed. This change can be summarized in one sentence. In ancient times, people competed in virtue. In the Middle Ages, they competed in wisdom. And now they compete in strength. In other words, whether it's interpersonal relationships or international relationships, it's all about interests. At first, people obtained interests through rituals, then through cunning, and now through forceful seizure. That's all there is to it. Since all facades have been torn away, why bother with embellishments? The relationship between ruler and minister is the same. We know that in Confucianism, the relationship between ruler and minister is seen as that between father and son, and between states as between brothers. To this, Han Feizi responded with a cold laugh. As close as father and son, even if they are real father and son or real brothers, so what? Don't King Shang of Chu get killed by his own son? Didn't Duke Huang of Qi kill his own brother? Does benevolence between ruler and minister, filial piety between father and son, or brotherly love work in the Warring States period? It doesn't. So what works? Interests. The greatest interest of the ruler is to become a king or hegemon. The greatest interest of a minister is wealth and glory. As long as the relationship is coordinated so that both sides achieve the maximum benefit, and that's okay. Love or not, it doesn't mean anything practical. Hence, Han Feizi concluded, if the ruler is not benevolent and the minister is not loyal, then one can become a hegemon. This statement comes from Han Feizi's work, 6 Rebellions. This saying is practically turning over the coffins of Confucius and Mencius. However, if a minister is not content with his position and also wants to be the ruler, so what then? This is entirely possible, because the greatest interest in the world is to be the ruler. Therefore, ministers killing rulers, sons plotting against fathers, and brothers usurping each other is a common occurrence. From the spring and autumn period to the warring states period, crowns have fallen and heads have ruled, and the various lords truly do not know how to hold on to their thrones. So does Han Feizi have a solution for this? Yes. So what's the solution? The solution is being cunning. The so-called two-fist means reward and punishment, also known as virtue and punishment, which Han Feizi called the two handles. This obviously works because it is human nature to pursue profit and avoid harm. The two handles are simply about threat and enticement. There's both a carrot and a stick, both a good cop and a bad cop. So it is two-fist. Accompanying two-fist is three blades, which are power, called shi, a strategy called shu, and law called fa. Power refers to might, strategy refers to tactics, and law refers to regulations. Among them, might is premise and foundation. Han Feizi made it clear that once a dragon or a soaring snake falls to the ground, they are no different from earthworms and ants. From this, we know that power and might are the only things that can be relied on in his work. And everything else is unreliable. Once you have power, you need to know how to use it. How to use it? Use power to establish authority, use tactics to deal with ministers, and use law to subdue the people. Establish authority with power, govern ministers with tactics, and control the people with laws. These are the ruler's tools of command. Han Feizi's methods of governance are both visible and invisible, both hard and soft. Punishment is overt, hard control, while tactics are the covert, soft control. If the ruler has no tactics, he will be controlled by others. If the people have no laws, they will rebel. In his writing, Defending Laws, Han Feizi stated, if the ruler has no tactics, he will be oppressed by the higher-ups. If the minister has no laws, he will cause chaos below. However, although both tactics and law are essential, they are used differently. Techniques are used to deal with officials, called secretly governing ministers. Laws are used to deal with the people, called one rule for the people, for the all people. Therefore, tactics should be hidden in the ruler's heart, while laws should be made public. If you combine Han Feizi's one rule for the people with Shang 5 techniques for ruling the people, you can build a society that is structured like an ant colony or a beehive. With high order, high division of labor, and high abundance. A side note, previously when we discussing Shang, I didn't talk about the 5 techniques for ruling the people. In Shang book, the book of Laut, Shang, so let's expand on it here. And you can relate it to Han Feizi's series. In the book of Lao Shang, it says, when the people are strong, the country is weak. When the people are weak, the country is strong. The way to govern the country is to weaken the people. There are two types of strong people, those who are physically strong and hard to control, and those who are intellectually strong and have organizational skills. Without these two types of strong people, there would be no rebellion. To eliminate these strong people, there are two ways: external wars and internal struggles. Which weaken the people, then unify the people's thoughts by reducing different voices. Impoverish the people by ensuring they have just enough to survive and no extra wealth. Exhaust the people through continuous labor, such as in the construction of the Zhengguo Canal, the Great Wall, the Epang Palace, and the mausoleum of the first Qin Emperor, so that they have no time, the people have no time or energy to consider other matters, thus reducing social instability. And humiliate the people by using various means to instill fear in them, so they obey authority. This includes harsh laws, cruel punishments, and encouraging mutual denunciations. These 5 methods are Shangyang's 5 techniques for ruling the people, and if they fail, kill them. Combining the thoughts of Shangyang and Feizi represents the pinnacle of legalist thought and theory during China's spring and autumn and warring states periods. The Qing dynasty implemented legalist thought in politics, economy, military, personal management, and governance, transforming a remote and barbarous state in the northwest of the prosperous Central Plains into the strong Qin kingdom, which later conquered the 6 states, ending the feudal system of the Western Zhou dynasty, and finally establishing the first centralized bureaucratic empire in Chinese history. Although the Qin dynasty only lasted 14 years after unifying the world, until the end of the Qin dynasty, China's unified dynasties generally adopted the Confucianism on the surface and the legalism at the core as their governing philosophy. We will discuss Confucianism and the Confucius family and his disciples in more detail in future videos. Okay, that's all in this video. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, and welcome for your remark and share. Thanks for your watching. See you in the next video.